Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for a episode review for a TV show. This is actually for The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 8, the finale, that I finally got a chance to check out. Uh, which I think this is going to be a premiere video for tonight, so definitely tune into this premiere video. I haven't decided if I want to premiere it or not, but if I do, expect it by 1 a.m. So this is for, like I said, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 8, the series finale review that I'm going to be doing for you guys tonight. So I'm going to discuss what I watched for this 72-minute episode and let you know my thoughts on this new final episode for this first season. So let's dive into this episode review. Now, Galadriel and Halbrand are heading to the place Eregion, I believe is what it's called, an elvish civilization or whatever, where the elves come to regroup and go to a safe place for them, a safe haven for them. So pretty much Celebrimbor and Elrond are there, and also the Elrond's father, the king, and the king of the high elves and all that. So pretty much this was a really good episode. It explained a lot about who's who, and at the beginning of this episode, it shows the wizard with the magical abilities, which I still think he's Gandalf, and there's a reason why it explains that towards the end of the episode when you watch through it, but I don't want to give away too much details. I'll just give away what everyone's been hinting about and seeing on the whatchamacallit, making videos about it on YouTube, that Halbrand is Sauron, and he is. And he just proved it by telling Galadriel and tricking her and deceiving her and playing with her mind and all that. So playing mind tricks with her. So pretty much, this was a really good episode. They explained about the Numenor, Miriel, the Queen of Numenor, and her blindness, and also the captain, Isildur's father, or whatever. So, Elendil, I think his name is, and they're heading back to Numenor just to gather more troops so they can go back to Middle Earth. But if they want to, it's up to them, of course. But pretty much there's gonna be I hope there's a second season for sure. Which I don't know for sure. They haven't announced it yet, but I really hope they will make a second season because this was a good first season for sure. And yeah, the three witches or whatever with the magical abilities, like the wizard with the magical abilities that was with the Harfoots, they were following, I guess his name's Gandalf, which it is Gandalf, of course, because it explains it in the episode, towards the end of the episode, because he says, always follow your nose. And I'm like, oh, wow. It explained that a lot. But pretty much, this, well, I will get to rating it in a moment. I still got a few more details to mention. Halbrand reveals he's Sauron to Galadriel and plays with her mind. And he's apparently, he said, you save me and all that, and I'm like, oh wow, she got screwed over big time by someone she thought she trusted. So he proved to Galadriel how much of an evil son of a bitch he is. So yeah, he's the one that killed her own brother. So basically, the witches did get casted away by Gandalf, uh, where they're trying to save Nori, and them are trying to save Gandalf. And he's the good wizard, of course, so he's the one that's gonna be more consistent in the next season when they're going to Rune or whatever to find I guess Sauron and the three other witches or whatever that got casted away back to Rune. So pretty much this was a really good episode. I really enjoyed the ending. I can't wait to see if they're going to make a season 2. If they have announced it, that's great. If they haven't, I'm going to be so disappointed because I really love anything that J.R.R. Tolkien did with the Lord of the Rings series and also The Hobbit as well. Those were really good movies, and this show was really good, in my opinion. So, overall, I think The Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 8, that I reviewed for you guys, I think this was a really epic season finale for sure. And I can't wait to see what they do next with the show. It's getting a lot of praise from me because I enjoyed this show for sure. So for a score for me, I'm giving episode 8 for the series finale of season 1 for Lord of the Rings of Power. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Really good episode. I really enjoyed it. There were some things that I don't know if I cared for certain scenes in the episode, but it still was a really enjoyable episode and a great way to end this season and all that. So they definitely, kudos to them for doing a great job on this show. So this was a really good show, and I highly recommend you check the whole season out if you haven't seen it yet. It came out on Prime Video, or you can watch it online. And I watched it online. I don't have Prime Video, so it still wasn't HD, so that's fine. But anyways, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the series finale for Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 8 review, or this Episode 8 if you've seen it, the final episode for this Season 1 of Lord of the Rings of Power. And if you enjoyed this review that I did for you guys tonight, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I will have another review coming out, most likely tomorrow, I think, for the House of the Dragon. And after that, I'm going to move on to movies and some other album reviews. So I'm going to try to get caught up on some of the new movies. I got to watch the Bros movie and the Intergalactic movie, the Kid Cudi movie, and then move on to the Amsterdam movie and certain other movies as well. But until then, hope you enjoyed this series finale episode review I did for Season 1, Episode 8 for Lord of the Rings of Power. Did the best I could to make it as good as possible. I can't wait to see if they make a Season 2, because that would be awesome. Because I think there should be a Season 2. There's still a little bit more to the story that needs to be explained. So maybe 2-3 more seasons or so. I think they mentioned that they're going to do about a total of 5 seasons, if I remember correctly. But I'm not sure. But we'll just wait and see. If we don't get a Season 2 yet, expect it in 2023. Because that's probably when we're going to get it. Sometime in 2023. But stay safe. Take care, guys. This will premiere at 1 a.m. for sure. This video. And as always, I will see you in my next review.